So once again, I'm driving to work. It's like cold outside in Florida, like in the pretty much the 50s. This is crazy. You know, I know all my friends at home are laughing, like, 50 degrees, call that cold. Hey, it's cold for Florida, okay, so stop your crying. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we released our latest project, our Quartermaster's Handbook. And of course, after I released it, I noticed I was missing a table. And I was like, oh, great. So I've been going through it again, doing some re-layout and putting it out again. So I'm kind of expecting when I get home this evening that I'll be dropping this online so you all can pick up a copy that's new and updated and not missing a table. And you know, that's something else that happens a lot in RPG publishing. You miss something. You're doing layout on it, you've read it a million times, you missed it once and it's out of the book and you're just not thinking about it anymore because you've gone over the book 10 million times. Of course it's correct. Of course I'm crazy. You know, I know it's in there. Don't worry about it. I know it's in there. And then literally, someone always gets and goes, hey, by the way, and then you go, jeez, are you kidding me? Really? That happens a lot. But thankfully enough, with PDF publishing, that's not as big as a deal as it was like when you do a printed book. I mean, could you imagine this book was printed and out and, can't do anything now, missing a table, oh well. And that would kill you. But PDF, boom, switch, change, another one. And it's kind of this instantaneous media. And that's kind of a good way to call it, an instantaneous media that I really have a big fan and love for. I like that there's a problem, we fixed it, we updated the PDF, we're going to upload it, boom. You get the same product again correct. And, you know, probably in the process of a day. You know, that's pretty quick. So, let me talk about some other fun and interesting stuff. The Gamma Trade Show. Some of my friends who are retailers down here in South Florida happened to go there. Brian, who's over at Adventure Games, he's also on the Gamma board, so of course he was going. And he sat in, or actually I guess he was on the panel for the Kickstarter for retailers. And I think Brian knows a lot about Kickstarting, Brian knows a lot about retail, Brian knows a lot about distribution, he's been in every phase. He's also involved in publishing, so he's dealt with about every physical phase you can do in the RPG industry. And Brian was talking to me about what went on and gave me a list of what people said and the whole thing, and it was kind of interesting that it seems like retailers initially, maybe a lot of them didn't understand what the concept, and I mean, I'm going to say this and sound very odd, the concept of what Kickstarter really was, and kind of the Reaper Miniatures one was the one that really kind of turned a lot of people on to, oh, this is a good idea, this has happened during this speech at GTS. And basically, what happened is that a lot of people who signed up for the Bones collection on Kickstarter, there's a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of miniatures, tons and tons of stuff. And then Brian quoted this, which I thought was genius when I heard it. It's like, look, the Kickstarter for Bones isn't going to help you just sell more figures to Bones. Yeah, it should, but it won't. But people have hundreds and hundreds of figures. But what they're going to have is hundreds and hundreds of unpainted figures. So they're going to need paint. They're going to need brushes. They're going to need basically everything you can imagine to do miniatures. So what Brian said goes, hey, I'm going to be stocked up on the paints. We're going to have paint clinics almost every other week, showing people how to paint, showing them techniques, and that draws them into the store. And I think that's a great way to look at the Kickstarter. I mean, let's be honest. $3 million in miniatures is a lot of miniatures. And at the $100 level, there's a lot of flipping miniatures. I mean, I know a lot of people just got it who are miniatures fans, and I just know people who got it just to support it. But $3 million in miniatures, a lot of miniatures. That's a lot of miniatures. So, slow down here. It's amazing to me that so many people bought so many miniatures, and a lot of people are like I said, are first-time miniatures buyers. So this gives them an opportunity to at least get their hands on miniatures, and in turn, kind of, I'd say, makes supplementary sales through this Kickstarter. And I think that's kind of an interesting way to look at Kickstarter. I mean, for example, we put together our free RPGA Kickstarter, and we added a retail level to it. And basically, the retail level was, if you buy it at this price point, we're going to send you everything you need to basically get started in your store selling our product. And you know, the retail level, wow, it is blinding today. The retail level was reasonably inexpensive. gave you enough stuff to get people interested. But the cool part was we sent those out to them literally the day after we ended the Kickstarter. And I think that really helps us as a company for the sense of, okay, here you have this new product line that's going to be, well, it's new. It's a new product line. Let's say it's a new product line that most retailers may not be familiar with. You know we're putting out a product in Free RPG Day. That's good. If you supported us, you're going to get that free product anyway. And people who might like the adventure they get in the Free RPG pack might go, hey, do you have any product to sell of this company? I really like this adventure. Holy cow, can the sun be any brighter? So, what's the worst part about it would be, if you say, hey, somebody goes, hey, I really like this thing, it's very, very cool, do you have anything for it? And the person goes, no, I have nothing for it, I can't sell you anything, thank you so much. I mean, that's more than just a lost sale opportunity. That's a lost opportunity to really connect to the fan base who would really, really like the product. So, my feeling, and it has been and always will be, is get them a little product, get them something they can buy, get them something they can get excited about, and boom, you build excitement in your store for the next product line. So we basically included, the campaign guide, the first one's source book, and the Folding Circle source book. So they have something to actually use the day the free RPG comes out. And even better, we sent it out to them now, so they have months to build interest in the game. I mean, if you like Pathfinder, you want something different, here's some product, you check it out, bada bing, bada boom, you can build a fan base like that. And I think that's a great way to go about it. And I think for most Kickstarter people, including myself, we want to work with stores. We want to work with stores. We want stores to carry our product. It's only good for us when stores carry our product. The problem is that a lot of times I get the feeling that stores, not only do they don't want us, well, I don't want to say it like that because that's really not what it is, but I get the feeling, and I'll just say it, they want us to take all the risk and they want to get all the reward. And to me it's like that's not really fair or right, in the sense of, look, if I'm going to put some risk and basically give you something at an extremely discounted price, you've got to take a little bit of risk too, because let's be honest, we're both in this boat together. We both want this thing to succeed. We don't want one person to not succeed. Why would we not? That's just stupid. That's just stupid. It's not good business. So, I want retailers to, use my Kickstarter to help build more customers for them. Because the more customers they get means the more customers I get. And that's a win-win for both of us. And I guess that, to me, seems like a lot of sense. But some people think of Kickstarter as, I'm taking away your customer base, I'm doing that. And I don't think we're trying to do that. I don't even think we're trying to steal, as they would call it, the cream of the crop of the customers. I'll give it to you in another way. The first year we did the Free RPG Day Kickstarter, we only had 22 people sign up for it. That's it. 22. I had retailers complaining then that I was stealing their customers. We were giving away a free product for Free RPG Day. The people who donated it got PDF versions of the game, some other stuff. But realistically, 22 people. There are probably about 2,000 stores. People were complaining about 22 people. I don't understand that. I don't. This time, we got 140 people signed up. Significant uptick. I like that. I like the uptick. People must have either liked us or liked what we were doing, and hey, that's even better. But at the same time, retailers still angry. And once again, I hit them with the, we're trying to get product for free so people will be interested and you can make more sales. Still, retailers upset by that. And I do understand their point. For them, they've got to pay for the Free RPG Day kits. Just like we've got to pay for the printing of them. The only person who actually gets this stuff for free is actually the customer. But the retailer and the manufacturer, we've got to pay for that. We've got to pay, I've got to pay the printing costs. I'm doing all those copies to go out to stores. That's what, the cost is set. I got to pay the writer to write it. I got to pay the editor to edit it. I have to pay the artist to do the artwork. That stuff isn't free. And if you're a small one-man company, really a one-man company with a lot of part-timers, that can kill a company. I mean, easily. It can easily kill a company. That's why Free RPG Day is something you only see most large companies do with a large marketing budget. So for myself, I want to find ways to get retailers involved with what we do and on the same page as us. And I don't think, I've heard some hostile comments from people. You read the post, But at the same time, it just seems like to me there's a lot of hostility for things I don't get. I mean, I don't understand why the hostility is so hostile. It's just like we all want the same thing. We want to sell our games to you so you can sell them to your customers so you can make more money so we can make more money. This is the best kind of symbiotic relationship you can ask for. It is so blinding bright out there. Please turn. Please turn. You know what I love about Florida? Nothing. No, that's not true. The drivers, horrible. Horrible drivers in Florida. Ah, thank God. Horrible drivers in Florida, and they prove it every day. That guy was one. So, with all that said, I've got to wonder, what can manufacturers do to help retailers get them involved? So, I came up with an idea that really isn't really my idea, but I stole it from somebody else. But it's a good idea of doing a retailer kit for stores. It's a retailer kit. Stores can get it directly from us. It'll cost them, I won't tell you, but that's not important. Nice. But I'm going to give them the ability to get 2 copies of each of our main stuff. Our campaign book, First One's book, and our folding circle book. That'll give... That's two complete sets for any store. They can get them, and actually at least build a minimum level of interest. That's enough product to at least get people started playing our game, playing in our world, getting invested in what's going on. So I think that's extremely reasonable. And the cost, wow, I'm blinded again, really? The cost is kind of, I'd say it's more than just reasonable. It's a great cost. So they win when they sell. We win by getting a retailer that likes our product, and better still, we get more people playing, and that's what the name of the game is: getting more people playing. And even better, I say, getting more people playing and using Kickstarter to help more people to play. But I mean, let's be honest, Kickstarter's not going away. They are kickstarting things that, and then first of all, they're not just kickstarting things. They're kickstarting things where the number is getting to the point where I'm like, holy cow, are you kidding me? I mean, look, video games getting developed through Kickstarter, raising $1 million is pretty impressive. That said, the new one that Monty Cook is doing, that one is already up to $3 million. Now, I don't know much about much, but I know if you raise $3 million from people who are interested on pre-buying something, that's pretty impressive. So I only expect to see more of that kind of stuff, because people who have great ideas want to get it to people who have money who'd be more than willing to give it to them. This is a great combination, setup. You want to call it a combination or a setup or date or whatever it is. It's a great meeting of the minds, and better yet, a great meeting of the pocketbooks. So if you're really kind of against, if you're really kind of against this and you're like, no, I don't think this is going to work, I don't think Kickstarter is a good idea, you might want to think about it long term, because there are going to be a lot of independent guys, small guys who don't have access to the money, the clout, and I guess even say the business, the business, I wouldn't say savvy, the business connections to get their product out there, can use Kickstarter to do that. And I think that's a good thing. I think I've been rambling long enough as I'm driving to work. I'm almost there. I'm about to pull in right now. But once again, thank you for watching my blinding... Holy cow, the sun is crazy here in Florida, if you did not know. It is like crazy blinding. Thank God. Talk about burning out your retinas. Alright. Yay, I'm to work. Alright. But like I said, Kickstarter, retailers, we can be friends. We can become good friends. We can become good friends where we both make money and we're both happy. Because that's really what I want to do. I don't know about you. I think it's nice that you can give people some money and they can be happy and you can be happy. Alright, that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.